What's going on, everyone? I am the Kilted Cajun. Welcome back to my channel, and I am feeling like an absolute fucking dumpster fire rolled over in kerosene, and just I feel like crap. But I was bored this evening, and I went digging around in the cesspool of the game journalist websites, and I actually went to the Mary Sue and left immediately. But I figured, let's see what's going on. And I found this lovely little article from Kotaku, the absolute epitome of game journalist integrity. If you didn't hint the sarcasm, I'm sorry. Forspoken actress says she isn't bothered by the online discourse and more power to her. Now, I initially saw this headline and thought to myself, well, good for her. People are trashing her performance in Forspoken as far as the voice acting goes. And I've seen some of the clips, and wow, I don't know if it's the writing, her delivery, or a mixture of both, but whoa. When the developers of the game actually put in a toggle switch to turn down how much she talks, that tells you something. But then I read the article, and she seemed to be saying something a little bit more. So let's go ahead and check this out. Ella Belinsky says she's proud of her performance as Frey because she's fulfilling a childhood dream. More power to her. Absolutely. Square Enix's new fantasy parkour game, Forspoken, has had a bit of a rocky launch. Yeah, because the dialogue is shit. It was buggy at launch for the PC, and people had frame rate issues on console, and complaints. But hey, gamers are picky bitches. Ha! In terms of public perception among gamers who found its Joss Whedon-esque dialogue in advertisements cringe-inducing. However, Forspoken's lead actress says she isn't bothered by all the discourse the game's dialogue has caused online, and makes you think that she's talking strictly about her dialogue. But something she says later on in the interview makes me question that. Article goes on. Forspoken was released on January 24th. Follows a down-and-out New Yorker named Frey. Yeah, she's a criminal, apparently. Gets the crap beat out of her. Anyway, named Frey, who must save the denizens of the fantasy world she gets isekai'd into. What? Isekai'd into. Is that a new word? The fuck is this? A different world. Oh, it's a Japanese. Oh, you look so special. Must be from the game. In a recent interview with The Verge, Ella Belinsky, who plays Forspoken lead Frey, also she was in the Netflix's Resident Evil remake atrocity, so let's try not to hold that against her, says she's proud of her performance in the game because she knows that she got to take on a role that her 8-year-old self would have been psyched to be part of. Now, this is the part of the article I think is absolutely fantastic. I mean, if I'd ever gotten an opportunity like that, you know, to play the voice in any video game whatsoever or anything like that, I would have been fantastic. Just to be someone in a video game, to be immortalized in a video game. That's just absolutely fantastic. Quote, I always reference my 8-year-old self whenever I talk about something I'm really proud of doing. Good for her again. I'm just speechless right now. Well, you were not speechless in the game, that's for sure, unless somebody turned down you running your mouth. Balinska told The Verge, I just never would have thought me playing games downstairs with my mom's hairdresser's son while she was getting her hair done. I've said this a few times when I'm reading articles. Editor, proofread, punctuation. This sentence makes absolutely no sense. I'll go ahead and read it again because I'm a pretentious prick. I just never would have thought me playing games downstairs with my mom's hairdresser's son while she was getting her hair done. What? Moving on. Now, to think that he can pick up this game and play as me is just unbelievable. So you're happy that he gets to play with you? Okay. And I hope it inspires other people to realize that if you commit to the bit hard enough, something really crazy can happen. Again, fantastic words. She's living her childhood dream. But let's get to the part of the article that just bothers me. When asked what she thought about the online memes folks were making about the game's dialogue, Balinska simply said that, quote, there are things that we all do that might be eyebrow-raising to other people, and that, quote, I think people always have a positive or negative response to something they're not used to seeing. What? Seeing. And that's completely okay because that's the way we incite change. Huh. Okay. This is such an extraordinary game that has come out with this amazing protagonist who's so bold and unapologetic, so reluctant to be to the best way possible. I think audience might not be used to seeing that. And to this I say, go fuck yourself, you pretentious twat. Okay? This statement right here, not used to seeing. No one is talking about what they see in the game. I've heard a couple of people that I trust as far as video game reviews go say that the gameplay is fantastic. The combat, the mechanics and everything is fantastic. The number one problem people have is the dialogue. So for Balinska to sit here and say it's something they're not used to seeing, well, what? Are you trying to say that people don't like the game because a black female protagonist is in the game? Piss off. That is such a ridiculous concept. Oh, you don't want to see a strong... This is the same bullshit we've been hearing from the mainstream journalists, the mainstream executives, producers, entertainment industry over and over again. People like me, other people. We're getting sick and tired of this idea. We've had strong female characters, strong female black characters, lesbian characters, gay, whatever, for decades upon decades upon decades, and nobody cared. In case you didn't know, Samus in Metroid is a woman. I played that game when I was 12. We don't need to talk about how old I am now. I played the original on the Nintendo Entertainment System when I was 12. And I was shocked. Oh my goodness, Samus is a woman. Do I care? Did I care at the time? No. Do I care now? No. Of course, you know, some of the fan art of her is pretty good. But anyway. Other shows, Aliens, my favorite franchises growing up, my absolute favorite all-time movie growing up. This idea that gamers today give a rat's ass what the main characters packing between their legs is moronic at best. And for her to come out, for Balinska to come out and talk about, oh, it's an extraordinary game, amazing protagonist, cool, but your dialogue is shit. Your delivery is crap. Keep working at it. Maybe you'll get better. I haven't heard too many things about the Netflix adaptation. So, right here. Who owns an impressive gaming PC? Good for her. Starred as Jade Wesker in Netflix's live-action Resident Evil series. That show was garbage. Complete and total absolute garbage. So how about you just talk about how happy you are to be in the game instead of this little side comment. Not used to seeing. Go fuck yourself. But anyway, that's all I've got. What do you think about this comment? I appreciate you sticking around this long. I'm going to go take some medicine and probably pass out until Monday night. Oh, I got to wait till Tuesday. 3 more days, 4 more days until Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy. It's not a Harry Potter game. Fuck you, Mary Sue. Y'all have a good one. Hope to see you on the next one. Good night.